In my last video, I built tiny homes for different Barbie movies, and it turned out so much fun and so cute. So I figured, in that same vein, why don't we turn the page to the more fashion-forward, sassy doll of the time, which was BRATZ. I have been requested this video many times, and here I am, giving the people what they want yet again. If you're not familiar with BRATZ, maybe they weren't around when you were younger or whatever the case might be, BRATZ launched in 2001 and they are known as the girls with a passion for fashion. BRATZ were the edgier, more fashion-forward version of Barbie. When you think of Barbie, you think girly, cutesy, princess-y. BRATZ are not that girl. BRATZ are definitely like the fashionistas, okay? They come in with a little more sass, a little more edge. Now, I don't know if you know this, but I did do a video probably a year or so ago, but I built homes for different dolls. So I included Barbie, BRATZ, and my scene in that video. I'll link that in the description below because that one was super cute as well. But today I want to do a dedicated build for BRATZ only and have a build for each of the main characters, which are Yasmin, Chloe, Jade, and Sasha. Now, unlike the Barbie movies, I am very familiar with BRATZ. I loved BRATZ. I was a BRATZ girl over a Barbie girl all day long. So this build is perfect for me. I cannot wait to get into it. But before we get into it, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, you should do that. I am someone who likes to build things that you guys want to see. If you like that type of content, if you like a creator that does the things that you guys want to see, hit the subscribe button. You won't regret it. All right. Let's get into this video. Let's start with Yasmin. To give you a little bit of information on Yasmin in case you're not familiar with her particular character, Yasmin, known as Pretty Princess by her friends, is one of the 4 original core BRATZ characters introduced in the cool BRATZ line. Yasmin has what she describes as a bohemian style. She loves prints, neutral colors, earth tones, and mixing fabrics and textures. She likes thrifting and mixing vintage clothing with newer pieces. She can be quiet, but she is a talented writer who loves animals. Yasmin is feminine, glamorous, and stylish, and always there for her friends. So when looking at inspiration for Yasmin's house, this is what I'm thinking, okay? This sort of look, does this kind of give you like a Spanish vibe, like a Mediterranean Spanish sort of home? I think I kind of want it to be like a neighborhood. Maybe we can do some concrete or something to start. So they'll each go in one of these little spots here. Okay, let's just put Yasmin right here. Why not? Here's what I have for Yasmin's house so far. I changed a couple of things. I added some more rounded stuff here. So I changed this to a rounded room, some of the balconies to rounded balconies. I just feel like that makes sense for the like Mediterranean look. I think I want to add some vines and stuff on the house as well to really give it that look that I'm going for. And I want to add a fountain in the center. That one's pretty. I love it. Let's start adding our landscaping. Here is what we have so far. I wanted to go for a little bit of desert-y landscaping. I did add a small pool right here. So I think right here in the front, I want to give like a little dining area. Oh, I kind of like this patio table. This is nice. I need some boho chairs. Maybe these. Some plants and lanterns on the table with the little succulents and cactus with some books. That looks really pretty. Ooh, string lights maybe? Cute. On this side, we could do a cute fire pit on this side. Maybe this one from Riviera Retreat. Can we do pillows? We can add this to the backyard, and then we can add like a meditation area or something here. Add some yoga mats. All right, y'all, this is where I'm at, okay? I finished the entire exterior. Here is what we have. This just looks so serene, very calming, but also so beautiful. It's just lovely. I changed the fountain to this one. I just think that one fits the space a little better. Over to this side, as I showed, I put a little dining space together. I also added this stuff for the cooking. Over on this side, I added a cute cute little meditation area with more string lights. We have some yoga mats, some meditation pillows. I added a radio. And then over to the back side, we have some lounging chairs with another fountain. We have our pool. Added a clothing rack here and some sketchbooks and yarn and stuff like that. So like she's making her own clothes or upcycling clothes. And over to this side, added a little fire pit with some chairs, some pet beds, and some pet stuff back here because she does love animals. And that is going to do it for the entire exterior. I think it looks beautiful. Let's go inside and get started. I already added flooring and wallpaper in all of these rooms. My goal is for it to be very natural, very neutral, earthy. So we're going to have our front entryway here. I don't know what else I'm going to put in this room because it is kind of large. This is going to be our living space over here. Then this is going to be our kitchen and dining in here. Upstairs, we're going to have a small hallway. We'll have a pretty large, odd-shaped bedroom, an office space, and a bathroom. For our front entryway, I think I'm going to start by adding some plants. That is the only right answer for her house. Let's add these ones from Eco Lifestyle. Maybe a couple of these. Can add like a bench or something over here. I want to add like a standing mirror over here. Yeah, put another rug over here. Oh, I kind of like this. This is pretty. Ooh, what about like tapestries? This one, here we go, from Jungle Adventure. This is what I was thinking because it's quite large. All right, finished up the front entryway. Here it is. Very cute. Nice and simple, but pretty. Let's do our living room. Let's add a fireplace. I really like this one. Now for the couch, I want something very comfy, cozy. I like this one. Maybe just like a natural wood coffee table like this. We'll do that, okay? Let's start adding in our plants. What if we add this plant thing? That could be cute and pretty. Maybe I'll use this. This feels pretty boho. Oh, that's pretty. Actually, instead of this, let's do this vintage record player. That's perfect for her. Book clutter item on the table. Yes, a magazine stack over here. One of these. That thing. Pretty. Ooh, let's add this plant thing in the corner. Oh, that's pretty. See, that's the ambiance I'm looking for. I am done with the living room. Here it is. It's adorable, which means first two rooms are done for Yasmin's house. Let's complete the kitchen. So since my walls are kind of dark, I want the cabinets to be light colored. Maybe those from Jungle Adventure. We'll do an oven here. Actually, we'll do our sink there. We'll do an oven here. Maybe just these. It would be kind of good to do some open shelving. Yeah, maybe open shelving like this. Let's pick out a dining room table. Maybe something like that. We can do these ones. I wanted to also add like a coffee bar, just like this. I feel like the counters are so white. Do I like this better? Okay, maybe just these. Let's add this mug tree by the coffee bar. Kitchen and dining is done. I think it looks really beautiful, very earthy, very boho. I love it. This whole downstairs area is so pretty. Let's move on to the upstairs. I'm gonna throw together the hallway really quick and then we'll move on. Here is the hallway. Just added a little seating area here. There's a bench on this side. Super cute. Let's get the bedroom completed. I might put my bed against this wall. This is a pretty bed. What if I raise this up? Yeah, that could be interesting. I figured out how to break up this room a little bit because it was kind of overwhelming me with how big it was. I didn't really know what to do with it. So I went ahead and made this beautiful canopy bed. Over in this area, I'm gonna have like a conversation area. So we'll do like chairs and maybe a little bookshelf, something like that. We'll have her vanity here and then I'm gonna make a large closet for her because they are still brats after all, like duh. Let's start by adding some cozy chairs. Let's do this one from the Book Nook kit. Maybe we can add one of these funky little shelves like that. We'll just add this same table here. Put another radio on here, like a meditation pillow. Against this wall, we will do her vanity. We can do this one maybe. I just don't like the swatches on this one actually. Yeah, maybe I will because that kind of matches this little shelf here. Maybe some sort of like cute gallery wall. I love this tapestry. I will be adding it in here once again. This plant right there. Add these curtains. I do like this little like plant rack here. Maybe we'll add that tapestry. I'm gonna add these above here. Here is the finished bedroom portion. I still have to do the closet, but we've got our seating area, our bed, we have our vanity over here, and then this little plant ladder thing. Okay, let's get our closet completed. I'm wondering if I should use some of these, and we'll do this hanging, something like that. Some of those. Purse. Can add these cute little boots over here. Let's get a full body mirror over in this corner. I'll add this mirror again. Okay, the closet is complete. Here it is. I added this giant light fixture, so excuse that, but I didn't do anything too crazy. She's not a crazy girl, so I just kind of kept it simple. And then I also put together this really pretty bathroom. We have one final room. This is going to be her office slash sort of like design room. Let's just do this desk. Let's do that chair. We can give her an easel so that she can sketch and paint and make beautiful pieces. And let's give her, my brain is all over the place, but I want to give her the egg chair over here in the corner. Let's add the sketchbooks over here. Add this shelf over here too. I like this little ladder shelf. Some sketches. All right, let's do that. Maybe a small little couch or something here too. I like this one. Gorge. Okay. Oh, you know what else I need? Dog beds in the bedroom. I forgot about that. Let's add a bed right there. The office is complete. Added lots of plants, lots of art stuff, and some stuff on the walls. I also added a bunch of like art prints, some quotes so she can get some inspiration. Added a journal for her to journal and to sketch. And with that, I'm finally done with Yasmin's house. Let's move on to our next brat, which is going to be Chloe. Let me tell you a little bit about our girl, Chloe. So Chloe is known as Angel by her friends as one of the 4 original core Bratz characters. Chloe is playful, dramatic, and intelligent, constantly snapping pictures and filming her friends. She is healthy, athletic, and energetic, loves participating in sports such as motocross, cheerleading, soccer, and skateboarding. She is flirty, lively, clumsy, and imaginative. Chloe had a pet pig named Angel since she was a baby. When she was younger, she had a pony named Celeste, and she also has a pet hamster named Henry. So I'm trying to figure out sort of Chloe's aesthetic, and I'm getting kind of mixed vibes from her. It says that she's known for wearing pink, shimmering fabrics and animal prints. She embraces a mix of casual denim and edgy, dramatic outfits, frequently pairing platform heels or boots with bold accessories like sunglasses and handbags. She's dominated by shades of pink, mixed with neutrals and blue. So she's one of the more girly Bratz characters. So I'm thinking for her house, we do sort of like a glam mansion. She's like celebrity vibes, okay? So think Hollywood glam. I'm thinking Hollywood glam. I'm gonna put Chloe maybe just right here. All right, let's start working on our shell. I think I have like the basic shell. And for the door, there is this cute like pink and white one, but I don't know if that's too much. Maybe I just do the white or like this pink one. These are from Romantic Garden. I like how big and open they are. Here is the basic shell so far. I also used this grass. This is from one of the newer kits. I don't know which one this is. I think it's like a patio one. I love the look of that. It looks so refined and like fancy. And then I want to give her a pool. I still have to do a lot of landscaping, but she needs a pool for sure. Just a fancy pool back here. Maybe we can add like a little bit of a path. That's pretty good. We can give her these cute pink ones. We can add some on this side. Like so cute. This pool lounger. We can add this little table too. Let's start adding some landscaping. I think I'm done with the exterior. I don't know what I showed last, so let me just kind of fill you in. I have some seating on the balcony here, if it'll let me show you. Like that, we have some benches around here. We've got our loungers on both sides of the pool. I do have some floaties in the pool. A little seating area here. I did add a grill. Another seating area down here. This one I added some coffee mugs. Maybe this is like a cute little coffee date. And then up top here on this balcony, we have another seating area. And I added some treats and some cameras because again, the idea is that this is like a picture perfect home. You come here, you can get all the selfies you want. Now we're gonna go inside. Here is my layout, and I might open things up if it makes more sense, but we'll see. Downstairs, we're gonna have our living room and probably dining room somehow laid out in here. We shall see. And then we're gonna have our kitchen here, or kitchen and dining. I'm not really sure yet. And then upstairs, we'll have a small hallway, our bathroom here, bedroom, and a closet. So she is very girly, but she does love sports as well. So I'm gonna add more of the sports element in her bedroom. We're gonna keep it pretty girly for downstairs. Something like that. And then we do a fireplace here. We'll do this soft pink one. I feel like this is such like an influencer couch. Or this one. Okay, with the pink pillows. That's nice. Maybe these. Let's do this cute gold and pink coffee table. Very nice. Right here, we can add an entryway table. This one's pretty, I think. And we can add a small stool over here. Let's get a table lamp. Maybe this cute frilly one, actually. Let's grab the candle. One of the candles, this small one, like that, and then some flowers. Or we can add the candle down here. Flowers up there. But here's what we have so far. Over in this area, I did add a bookshelf. This is kind of what I was wanting to add, this cute little bar cart. Okay, and then over in this corner, I'm gonna add a mirror. Could do that one. Okay, so I was doing some thinking, some pondering, thinking back on my childhood and playing with Barbies and going on the websites and watching the movies, as well as the actual live action Bratz movie. So here's the thing. Growing up, I specifically remember Chloe being the girly Bratz doll. But when I'm looking and remembering about the Bratz movie, she was depicted as way more sporty than what I remember when I actually played with the dolls. So because of that, I went ahead and made a few changes so that I can get that sporty aspect represented for her here. So I shrunk the pool quite a bit. And then on this side, I made like a little sporty area. So we have a soccer goal, soccer balls, and then I also added a cheer mat as well because she's into a lot of sports. And then in the living room, which I think I'm done with, I wanted to change up a few things. I did add a soccer ball in here as well. She also always has her camera. She's always taking pictures and videos. So I did add another camera in here. I added a trophy, and then I also added a zebra print rug because one of her other major things is she loves animal print and incorporating animal print. Let's start working on her kitchen and dining room. Let's pick some countertops. Maybe these white ones from Life and Death. We can do the matching fridge. Where is it? Yeah, like that fridge. And then we'll do the sink right here. Okay. And let's get some pretty bar stools. Dining room table. Maybe I'll change the wallpaper to a blue. Here's a pink and a blue. Maybe I will do the pink and blue in the kitchen. What about these chairs? We'll add that tray, this coffee item, and then we can add coffee machine. Perfect. Here is the kitchen completed. I wanted to keep it very clean. I did add a soccer playbook. Here is the dining space, and then I added this little hutch over here. Okay, let's go upstairs. All right, I put together this quick little hallway here for her bed. I'm definitely envisioning modern looks. For our side tables, we can do the matching nightstands. Oh, I think the pink rug works. Let's do a desk or a vanity here. Let's just do modern looks. This blue heart chair. And then I'm gonna make this like my sporty corner. Maybe some of the weights from Love Struck. Let's do this bike. Let's add another soccer ball, this little weight rack. Let's add the cheerleading trophy maybe. Let's add one of these also. Wow, this room is really massive. Let's raise this up on a platform. It makes it feel like there's a lot more room being taken up if it's on a platform. Let's do a seating area in here as well. So I was having a major internal battle with myself because I did a lot of work on this house to this point, and I'm having conflicting information and also conflicting memories about Chloe, and her personality is just so like multifaceted, right? She's a girly girl, but she's also a tomboy, so it's kind of like trying to balance the two. And in a lot of ways, she loves the color pink. One of the things that they mention is that she loves anything pink and anything sparkly, but it also states that her favorite color is blue. So originally I was going to do a lot of pink and then have a lot of blue in her bedroom, but I realized that her favorite color being blue is more of a big deal than I gave credit closet for, and she does have a lot of blue outfits. So I made a lot of changes, okay? And I'm sure as I was building this, you were like, where's the blue? Screaming at the phone or the computer or whatever. Ariel, where's the blue? I'm with you. I hear you. It's been adjusted, okay? So first things first, I adjusted the exterior quite drastically. I made the primary color of the house blue, and then same thing in the backyard. Changed all of the details to blue. Same thing with down here. Made a lot of changes down here. So again, primary color is going to be blue with pops of pink and animal print, of course. So here it is to this side. And then same thing with the kitchens. Basically the same. I just made a few changes, and also the hallway as well. Okay, let's get back into the bedroom. Let's see which desk speaks to me. We could do this one from Pastel Pop. I kind of like that. Maybe the pink heart chair. So she also likes to sketch. So I'm going to add these sketchbooks. She likes to paint as well. So I'm going to add these paint brushes. Some blue pillows like that. I love this rug so much. Oh, maybe that rug. That's kind of pretty. And then what about something like that? That could be pretty. Let's add these trophies with this soccer poster. Here are some skateboards, which is very much Chloe as well. She's also a cheerleader, so I want to give her some of those pom-poms and add a couple on the wall. All right, here is the completed bedroom. I still have to do the closet, but this is what we have. We have her cute little bed over here. We've got a seating area. Here is her desk area with some sketch pads. I added an easel. And then here is her little workout sporty corner. Let's get her closet done. I could do a dresser like that. I love like the sort of animal print here. And then maybe add a small desk, one of these, a makeup tray, and then I want the mirror from Royalty and Legacy, this one here. I also added this rack of snowboards because I see that she likes snowboarding too. Her aesthetic is so random. I could do a zebra print wall if I really wanted to, or a cow print wall. I might do that. We can do this one from Businesses and Hobbies. I should give them each a mannequin. I just thought about that. I should put a mannequin in all of their rooms with an outfit that represents their personal style. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna add these angel wings in the closet. Also, I forgot to mention this. Her favorite food is said to be waffles. So I went ahead and I added a waffle maker. Let me show you what I did. I added a mannequin for Yasmin. Here it is. I dressed it in a really cute little outfit. I imagine that some of these pieces were thrifted. And then I also added a little outfit for Chloe. And I also completed the bathroom. I added this sparkly wall because she loves sparkles. And the shower with, again, those angel wings, which are perfect. Also, one last thing before we move on from Chloe is I forgot about her pets. She had several, so I only included a couple. One of them is a hamster. It does say that she had a hamster, so here we are. And then she also is said to have had a pet pig since she was a baby. So I added this little pig thing over here. We're finally on to our next one, which is going to go right here. And it's going to be for Jade. Let me tell you a little bit about Jade. Jade is known as the cool cat by her friends. Jade has a unique yet trendy sense of style. She enjoys shopping at fashionable boutiques and thrift shops and always manages to put together very cool outfits. She's always on the cutting edge of cool. Jade is the ultimate fashionista. She is also the brightest and most intellectual of the core four. Jade is described as a quirky, confident girl who is unafraid to stand out from the crowd and define herself. And as far as her pets, she's called the cool cat for a reason. She has pet cats. Her favorite color is green. It says that Jade's favorite color is green. However, in the movie and also just online after doing some research, she's really represented in a lot of red. There's some conflict about her color. It is green, but she's shown in red quite a lot. So I have to figure out how to deal with that. Her vibe is going to be a little more modern, a little more edgy. Let me get started on Jade's exterior. I think that base shell actually looks quite good. All right, let's pick out a door. This one's not horrible. I kind of like this too. Perfect. And then for these windows, I don't want them all to be identical. Yeah, I think I like those better over here. Here's what we have. I don't know what I last showed you guys. I added a bunch of lights from high school years, turned them green. And now I'm just throwing out a little bit of landscaping. I'm not doing too much. In the back, I added a large patio, a little pool here. Let's put couch somewhere. We could do like a lounge seating area over here using these chairs, something like this. Oh, what about that fire pit coffee table? That's cute. What if I move the fire pit like over to this area? I want like a little music hangout area. Maybe we'll add a chess table. Let's also add a dining space. Okay, and I need a guitar. And maybe we can raise this up a little bit. Okay, like a little DJ booth area. Could do something like this. Could do these from Dream Home Decorator. Well, folks, I think I'm done with the exterior. Let me show you what I did, and then we will move on to the inside. Here's the front. I added a seating area on this front patio. I created a little fountain here, fire pit on this side. Here is the backyard dining table, our little DJ area, chess table, and a seating area here. And I also added a cat tree because she does have cats. And then I also added stuff to this balcony here. We have another seating area, a litter box and toy box. I added a desk. That's gonna do it for the exterior, I think. Let's go ahead and start on the interior. Let's figure out my layout. I think I'm gonna have my kitchen in here. And so my living room has to go in one of these main areas, and I can maybe fit dining. I could probably fit dining. I just have to figure out my initial layout first. Do a sleek, modern fireplace. Oh, what about this one? Yes. For our couch, part of me likes this one. Maybe I'll try that. I don't know. What about this coffee table? Would it look better if I didn't do that and I just did like this couch with the matching chairs and maybe some green pillows or something? I mean, I could technically still hang a TV on the windows, which might look kind of stupid, but that's okay. We can definitely add a dining room right here. And our chairs. Could do these. I don't know if I'm liking this so far. And then maybe we can add some bookshelves over here. Maybe one like that with a chair of some sort or a poof. Oh, you know what would be good to add in here somewhere? Maybe even here is like a record, one of the record players. Perhaps that one. Maybe we put that behind the couch here. Maybe we can lean into some pink in here as well. I really like the green in this mirror. If I can sort of revolve the build around maybe that green. For the rug, I like this. I kind of want to add another mural as well. I do like that. Maybe add this above the door like that. Maybe one of the green lava lamps. You can add some of those amps as well, maybe by the front door, like a stack of books over here. You can add that, and then we can add one of these stacks maybe. Precious. We can add another guitar down here. Add that guitar. We'll give her a few cats. Put another cat on the bed. Maybe this black cat. I think I'm done with the living room and dining room, and I finished the bathroom, which I'll show you in a second, but here is the living space. We have her dining space here. I did add a little bar under the stairs here. I don't know if that's functional or not, but it doesn't really matter to me. And then we have a little reading area over here. And then I also put together this bathroom. Here it is. Okay, let's do our kitchen. For the counters, I could do these all black ones, or I could do the lime green. I think I want to do the lime green. Can add a fridge here. Let's do this one. For our oven, we'll do that. I think that looks pretty good, actually. Adding a speaker in the corner. Add this mat under the cat bowls. It's like a little buffet table, maybe like that. We can add some treats or something. Okay, I think that's gonna do it for our kitchen. Not overdoing it. She's not a super cluttered girl. Let's move on to her bedroom. Let's pick a bed. I don't hate this black option because I could spruce the room up with more green. Okay, let's pick our end tables. Do I want to do the green and red vibe in here? Pull in some of that red? I might actually. Maybe these nightstands. Maybe we do just a black rug. I definitely want a desk over here. Maybe we'll do that desk. The green cat chair or the red chair. Maybe the red chair. That might be a good way to add in that pop of red. Maybe that computer and some bookshelves. These bookshelves from Pastel Pop. Do I like these in here? Maybe I do one bookshelf. I could add a chair. I kind of like this pattern. I don't mind this one. I also need to add a clothing rack. Let's do that one. Or there's a green one. Okay, I don't hate that. One of the open journals on the desk here. Stacks of books. Oh, I like this little chess piece, but I kind of love the idea of having these out here. That's so perfect. Okay. Here is the completed bedroom, I think. I really wanted to try and incorporate the red element that you see in a lot of Jade's outfits. This is what I did. So I tried to add some different patterns, some more like sharper edges, definitely incorporated the red, green, and the black. I added like a little spray paint mural wall, little cat sign here, but still have that intellectual feel with the bookshelf, this little chess piece. I do still need to add a mannequin, but I will get to that. Let's first finish up the closet area. Yeah, Get Famous has these red closets, which I really like. So I may use these. I realized I still need a vanity. I did not give her one. So I might add that instead of this secondary dresser. I could do this, maybe the black cool cat chair. Oh, let's do these ones. That's pretty good for our closet. No need to overcomplicate it. It's very nice. Now I'm going to add a mannequin and put a little outfit on it, and then we will move on to our final house in this build. Here is the completed closet, and here is Jade's finished outfit. I was kind of trying to replicate this outfit here. That's why I came up with that. I'm going to be done with Jade. Let's move on to our final house in this entire build, which is going to be for Sasha. Okay. Why is this so confusing for me? I feel like there's such conflicting information on the BRATZ. Like, I obviously am very familiar with BRATZ. That was my favorite doll growing up. I did watch the movie and some of the other like animated movies. But the thing is it's not super clear on their actual characters, and a lot of them say very similar things. For example, when researching Jade, it talks about her love for music and having like a DJ booth and like stuff like that. But that's more Sasha than Jade. So now I'm like, okay, do I need to change this from a DJ booth? So I'm looking at their wiki pages, I'm reading into it more, and Sasha's definitely more of the turntable vibe and like DJ producer vibe, while Jade is a musician. She loves music, but she's more of a musician. So I'm going to get rid of the DJ booth for her, and I'm going to instead give her a microphone because she is a lead singer in the band. I'm going to give her that cute pink microphone. Okay. Let's leave that for Jade. I feel like that's fine. Let's get into Sasha finally. I feel like I'm going back and forth so much. I'm having an interesting time getting the small, like nitpicky details correct, but I want to make sure that I have it as accurate as I possibly can. Let me tell you a little bit about Miss Sasha. So Sasha is also known as Bunny Boo by her friends. Sasha is a sassy girl who has no fear of confrontation or situations and is very organized. She knows who she is and what she wants and knows how to get it. She has a bad temper, which often leads her into trouble. Nevertheless, Sasha cares about her friends and is always ready to stand up for them. Fashion is a massive part of Sasha's life, but music is even more important to her. She enjoys dancing and hip hop and is passionate about urban styles and street fashion. It says that Sasha had a pet bunny. Her favorite color is red. I'm seeing that she's more of like the party girl. So I want her house to reflect the party house of the group. I don't know if I want to give her a red house. I just don't think that would look very good. So I'm also looking at this sort of color palette for her. I got a lot of the base work done. I think I like it. I want to add a door. I think I like that door. Do I want to do the brown or do I want to go with the red? I think I like the brown. So I added a pool, and then I also added a basketball court. Some other things that I wanted to add are obviously like turntables. She is the party girl after all. So maybe this one here. We can add a dance floor. Let's just do this dance floor maybe. There we go. That's interesting. We can do like a bar. Oh yeah. Let's do these bar stools just like that. We will have her cheer mat over here. And I think I want to section this part off a little bit so the little sporty area is blocked off a little bit more. Let's add a seating area. I kind of like this. This is pretty. This is taking me way too long, you guys. So I finished the exterior, I think, all off camera because I need to get the interior of Sasha's done so I can get this video up. This is hard for me because I didn't do anything super special or extra with the exterior because I really wanted it to just resemble a neighborhood, which is kind of out of my comfort zone. I'm used to creating like these whole crazy elaborate worlds, and I didn't necessarily do that for this one. So I'm trying to come to terms with it, but I wanted it to feel very neighborhood-esque, and I think it does. So I added some stuff in the roads, and I think that looks pretty good. Let's talk about Sasha's house, okay? I don't know what I had the last time I filmed, so this is what I have now. Just have our seating area over here. I added this little lip couch because I think that's so perfect for her. A little dining space. This is like her sporty side over here. And then I added a jacuzzi tub. And then the backyard is really where the party happens. Okay, so we of course have a pool. I have our little stage here where she can come up and do her DJing. But then we have a little dance floor right here. We've got our bar, and then some little cocktail tables here. And that is it for the entire exterior. And here it is at night. It's all kind of lit up and so pretty. Look at this at night. How fun is that? And then these party lights will come on in live mode. Downstairs obviously is going to be our main rooms, kitchen, living, and dining room. And then upstairs we're going to have our bedroom, her closet, and a bathroom here. I like the idea of doing like a red and purple look for her. I think I want my living room to face this way. We will grab a fireplace. I don't know, we'll see. Let me grab a large sectional. We'll do this little couch here and then maybe a chair. I think I might delete these windows and add something else right there. I really want to add some sort of art on the wall here. Let's put this maybe in here like that. That'll do. Maybe I add this in the corner somewhere. Just this black table. Let me figure out my layout and then we'll get back to the rest. For our kitchen counters, we could do life and death and an island. Okay, I think I've come up with how I want this to go. All right, so I changed the counters to the ones from Home Chef Hustle. It was a stuff pack. So I added those. I used this sectional. This is from Dream Home Decorator. And then this cheetah print wallpaper. I just feel like because she's into like streetwear and she's got more of like an urban contemporary style, I just made that up. I literally just made that up. But I want to give her cool prints. I want it to be sort of funky and very fashion forward. That's the vibe, okay? I do love the neon lights here. Put these on the corners. Maybe we can add a dining room table under here, like a small little nook. Oh, let's do this black and gold. What about these fuzzy chairs? I guess let's just go for something like that. Those are kind of cute with the gold. Okay, that looks good. Oh, she absolutely needs music. It would be good to have like a little bar right there, I think. So maybe we add a music player here. May do it like that, and that way I think I can add the little bar that I want, just like that. Okay, I feel like that looks pretty good. These are the curtains from Businesses and Hobby. Businesses and Hobbies. I will be adding more animal print in her room. We'll do the matching fridge. Why wouldn't we? This one from Life and Death. I might do that. Yes, indeed. VIP bucket. Yeah, she loves cookies according to her page. So I'm going to give her a little cookie jar. Oh, what if we add this? All right, I am finished with the downstairs. I think it turned out super cute. Here is the living room. Have our little bar here, a dining table, her stereo system, and then we have the kitchen over to this side. With that, I'm ready to move on to the upstairs. Let's pick a bed for Sasha. Ooh, what about the heart bed? Would the heart bed be kind of cute for her? Wait, yes. Yeah, we're doing this one for sure. What about these? Let's add a vanity for her. Maybe we can add that right here, or we can do this one. Maybe I'll add that against the window there. And what about a clothing rack? Let's put that against this wall. I like this one, I think. Let's add a full body mirror over here in the corner. Do this one maybe, or we can add it over here. And then I want some graffiti on the wall. Oh, this one's cute. I haven't seen this. That's kind of nice. I haven't seen that one before. Oh, here's some pom-poms I can add on the wall. I don't know if I like that vanity. Something's off about it. Oh my gosh, that one's kind of funky. The graffiti in the background. Cool. Okay. Do I like that dance floor being right there? It's kind of cool that you can see down into the living room. Let's add some shoes, some heels. Where's my heart chair? Sort of match the vibe here. Some CDs there. I think I'm done with Sasha's bedroom and it looks so cute. I love this color combo. Her bed over to this side, her mirror over here. I added a bunny here. I also added a bunny downstairs. I don't know if I showed. Yeah. We have a seating area over to this side. Her vanity, I did add this little dance floor here. I added a mannequin with a cute outfit, and then I went ahead and put together this bathroom as well, which I think turned out really cute. Lastly, I just need to do her closet. Sorry, my brain stopped working. So let me find which dressers I want to use for her. She needs her shoes displayed. I think I'm going to use this rack that I already used in Jade's house, but she is like a big shoe girl. And then for her actual dresser, maybe we just do one of these instead. Oh, that's a pretty color. And then we can add a giant full body mirror like that. That's pretty. Could do that one, or maybe one of those ottomans right there. I finished up the closet and I also added some of these lights up here. I just think that they're super cute, but here is the closet. I added the little shoebox here, some hair stuff. I think that means I'm officially done with Sasha's house. And I changed a couple things over here. I added, for Jade's house, added this rug. And then I changed out this rug just for it to have like a little more of an edgy vibe. With that, you guys, I am officially done with my BRATZ build. Let's go ahead and do the final tour, shall we? All right, guys, let's talk about this one because it was a lot more challenging than I expected it to be. I thought I was going to go into this and just have a breezy old time, not have to worry about it too much. It was going to be like super quick and easy. That was not the case. Number one, the houses were a lot bigger than I anticipated them being. I'm glad that I did them the size that I did, but it just took me so long. And then, like I mentioned during the build, some of their like aesthetics were kind of contradictory to themselves. Like, for example, with Chloe being girly and a tomboy. Like, I know that that's like pretty normal for people, but I don't know. There was just something about trying to incorporate certain themes together that was so confusing for me. But I think I was able to pull it together eventually, but here we are in Yasmin's house. This one was one of my very favorites. I love the bohemian, oh my gosh, the bohemian aesthetic. I think it's so beautiful and pretty. I love the natural vibe with all the plants and the neutral colors. This is like totally something that I would have in my house. This is what my house would look like if I had infinite amount of money and time to decorate. I think that this overall aesthetic is just so pretty. So here we are in her office, super cute, very creative. This is where she can get her creative juices flowing. Now we have her bedroom. I went with a more green color scheme, like green and tan color scheme in this room. I think it's so pretty. We have her vanity here, and then her little canopy bed that I created, and of course her closet and her cute little outfit that I put on that mannequin. Adorable. I think this house turned out so beautiful. I love the exterior of that house too. That exterior is my favorite. Next up, we have Chloe. Chloe was the one that really threw me for a loop. I'm telling you, I could not figure out how to put her house together. I changed this house so many times because number one, the color scheme, right? Like I said while I was building, A lot of what I was reading stated that she really loved the color pink, but like I know that her favorite color is blue, and I know that that's the color that comes to mind when you think of Chloe, but a lot of what I was reading was putting a heavy emphasis on pink. So for whatever reason, I kind of ignored the blue part and only did the pink part. But then later realized that's silly and I needed to change it immediately. So I did, and I think it turned out perfect for her. I feel like when I look at this house, I totally see Chloe in it, and it just makes sense. And then the other issue that I kind of was having was her girly and tomboy aesthetics combining into one and making it a cohesive house. That was just so challenging for me, but I think I was able to pull it off and allow it to come across in some way. So anyway, that one was a trip. Next up, we have Jade. I don't do modern houses that often, but I actually think I kind of did a nice job on this one. I really love the exterior. I think it looks very sleek and edgy. I like the dark color scheme. And yeah, I think her house turned out beautiful on the exterior. She was another one that kind of confused me a little bit, mostly because her and Sasha have similar-ish traits when it comes to like their love for music. So as you saw while I was building, I gave her the DJ like record thing, but that wasn't, I don't think that that was representative of Jade so much as it was for Sasha. So I did change that, but I struggled trying to like really nail down each of their specific aesthetics. But anyway, I love her room. I love that I was able to incorporate the pink and the green and the red, both of which are really representative of Jade. But now we have Sasha. This one, the exterior on this one took me so long to do because I was just struggling to figure out how to get it how I wanted it and still represent Sasha, but really pull that color scheme together. I don't know. I struggled so much with this one, but I really, really like the way that it turned out. I think it turned out so much fun. I love the color scheme. I love the party element. As you can see at night, it all comes to life with all the lights, and I just think it turned out so pretty and so much fun. You can definitely tell this is the party house. This is where it is happening, okay? And then the interior was even more fun. I love the way this interior turned out. I don't normally do looks like this on the interior. So I think that this was just such a fun way to get a little bit out of my comfort zone, do crazy patterns and bright colors. And I think it turned out really, really cute. I hope that you guys think that this represents Sasha. I think it does, but you guys can let me know in the comments down below. And now we have her bedroom. Again, that heart bed, I don't think I've ever realized that that was a swatch on that bed, but I think it is beautiful and absolutely perfect for Sasha. I love that bed. And then, of course, we have our closet with her loads and loads of shoes. Nothing says Bratz dolls like shoes. You know what I mean? With the removable feet. So anyway, that is it. This is the entire exterior at night. This build was so much fun and really challenging, but I had a great time with it. And yeah, that is it, you guys. All right, guys, that is going to do it for this video. I think it turned out really cute, and I hope that you guys think that I did these characters justice because I love Bratz so much and they mean a lot to me. They're very nostalgic for me. That was my childhood. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below which house turned out to be your favorite. Yeah, that's it, you guys. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. All right, bye.